And on that note, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what do we call this one again? Tales of Folk Dread.
Tales, folks.
Folk tales, something scary, yada yada, trademark. Welcome back. Joining me as always are, we'll go from the bottom up, Garrick, Elias, an unnamed elf who still hasn't shared, and Castix. Did I say it right this time? Because for
You
some
did.
Yay! I'm like, because for some reason that name kept stumbling me over and over again, despite me having it
I
written
was
down.
waiting for it. I was like, is he gonna say it right, or am I gonna be Cat Six the whole time again?
Oh, well, isn't Kitsu nice?
Oh, there you go. I was going to say the characters with no names are the ones that die first. So,
No, he has a name,
What are you talking about?
and it's written
they have
right
a
here
name.
on my paper.
Yeah, it's
no, I know what the name is. You accidentally said it. Although, I think maybe it's changed now.
I'm pretty sure it's changed. I don't know if 100%, but
I have it written down as checking that door.
I think it was like Cheeto or something. Pretty sure I wrote Cheeto down. That was probably wasn't right, but I wanted it to be right.
Don Cheeto.
yes. For those who haven't tuned in, our group found themselves in a completely random location outside a house with children asking for help. No context, no explanation, no real choice except to get through it. And bravo to all of them for putting up with minor railroading at the beginning of a campaign. But you guys rested for the night. You kind of barred up one of the areas in the house. You took a rest. The morning sun came, sort of. Weak, but there. And, yeah, you guys are in the house still. Ready to go outside if you'd like.
I gotta go out and touch grass. I don't want to do that.
No, we've mastered this early section of the game. We're staying here.
We got a new house. It's fine. Everything's perfect.
Pro strat. We make Strahd come to us.
Yeah.
In this economy, if you get a free house, you keep that free house.
I mean, you guys have the deed.
See,
Oh, bet.
True.
You have the deed
Windmill.
to this place and a windmill somewhere.
and a windmill. Yeah.
All right, so party mansion. That's what I'm here.
All right. What do you guys do? You're in a house.
So, where did that letter say to go?
You were essentially. Let me pull it up for you again, and then stumble through it because it's in really, really bad cursive.
Something about breakfast or dinner. I don't remember.
My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know it is by I alone that you can leave it. I bid you dine with me at my castle, so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your Lord Stravon Zervich.
I'm always down for free dinner.
There's a lot to unpack about that letter. I think the guy's a little bit about himself, conceited, but
Kind of presumptuous to assume he's our lord.
right. But free food, you'll never hear me complaining. Although dining is that dinner, lunch, breakfast, 11 C's, supper,
What was that?
second
to last one?
breakfast.
Say Levensies.
11 C's.
We might go for that one. That one sounds nice. Is that like right before lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's right before. It's right after second breakfast, but right before lunch.
I think we're gonna get along well. Does anybody know where he lives? I mean, he's Lord, I guess. So
They
we
live
can
in
ask
Davis.
around.
Is there an address at the bottom there?
Nope, he just says his castle. Now, in fairness, when you look out the window, there is a very big honking castle at the top of the mountain there, so that could be it. Could not be. I will meta and tell you there's at least 3 castles in this place, but
Jeez.
We should split the party and go to.
2 people go to one castle, the others go to one castle each. Whatever happens, happens.
Guess we could always ask around. There's probably at least one person living in this village, other than Lord Fancy Pants.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to get a lay of the land since we have no idea where the hell we are.
Looking outside, like, are there people walking? Like, what time of day it is? It's just like morning time, or
there are people walking now. You're not sure exactly what time it is. It's brighter than it was when you showed up in the mists, because, well, it is, but it still almost feels like a twilight or a dim. There's heavy clouds everywhere.
okay.
So, like,
Are there people are like running all about, or
you see
Look like
maybe
there's-
5-6 people in total down various streets walking about, kind of huddled to themselves, cloaks around me. Cloaks around them. Don't know why I read me. See a couple going to a building that's clearly an inn down the road.
well, I guess he didn't give us a time, so unless there's something else any of you want to do, I'd say we probably head to that castle over there.
But we need to let them know that this is our house now and not to go inside of it.
Just board up the
Could
doors,
probably-
it'll be fine.
I could probably make up a little locking device if you give me a few minutes.
I'm okay with that.
How long? Let's see.
And my sophisticated DMing tools there on the stream, I put up a map and an X where you guys are.
Okay.
As did we leave? Are we leaving the house then?
I thought you were gonna put on the lock first.
Oh, no,
Squinting.
that,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
it's,
no, white
that's,
X.
that's aftermath.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Unless
color
someone
options. Don't mind me.
wants to inside the house.
Oh, then, yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yep, you
Is-
guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The town south of us, or
You are currently in
town.
the town. I'm looking for a better marker.
As soon as we get outside, everyone's out there. Garrick's gonna put his hand on the door and mutter some, like, arcane in words, trace a little sigil on the door, and then it's gonna light up for a second, like kind of fiery, and then it disappears. And he uses his arcane lock and locks the door.
Okay. You guys step out. You turn and do this. As you cast your arcane lock, everything goes dark for a second. For all of you, not just him.
First it was a heartbeat, now it's my eyes.
You think we're being teleported somewhere else? Then we can still hear.
Maybe you angered the house.
yeah, we pissed it off.
You all come
Hey.
to very quickly. Kitsu and Garrick, you both feel like you're waking up. Elias and Kastic, having never slept before, this is a very disorienting situation. There's a brief fog, and then you're alert again, and you don't know exactly what just happened. It's going to become the side quest of the game. Castix just keeps feeling human behavior.
I keep feeling
Right.
human.
Become
Was it-
more human.
Next,
Like
up,
I know it's just for flavor, but like,
Digestion.
was that like sleep brought on by like a magic presence or anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, magic was behind all of it, but
Yeah.
we're still outside the door, like the house. The house, we're in the same spot.
Is
No.
the house still there?
You find yourself in a small wagon. Just the four of you. The other two are not with you. Two of you are in.
Rayla from Riverwood here.
Nope.
I swear, if this is a common occurrence, I think I might be getting a little bit nutty. I don't know. I remember getting in a wagon.
Two of you are laying on cots. The other two of you are just standing because you can. You look around. There's colorful tapestries, a few belongings.
Is it moving? Moving.
It's not. And outside, you hear music. You hear bagpipes and some type of singing that seems a little bit off key, but not badly so, just, not practiced.
Clearly, I'm still dreaming.
Now, I know I said party mansion, but I didn't know that we're going to party this hard.
You hear an accordion going.
I'm going to step out of the wagon.
You step out of the wagon to find that you are in one of 5 of these wagons making a rough circle. They're making a rough circle around a campfire where you see the 2 musicians, one with bagpipes and one with an accordion playing, and several other people kind of drunkenly singing along, holding flasks. Off to one direction, you see a river gently bubbling as it goes by, and a very large tent. And as you look about, you can glance without looking heavily and see that there's clearly some other tents out past the wagons. The people singing and dancing are wearing very vibrantly colored clothes. Almost kind of an eyesore because none of them are meant to go together. They're clearly clashing bright, vibrant colors.
I'm going to shout out to one of them. Hello there. How the hell did I get here?
They're
Where am I?
awake! They're awake! Come, you're welcome at our fire, friend.
I slowly walk towards the fire.
I'm staying in the wagon to see if they jump him.
Are the others still asleep?
No, we're just being cautious.
I think they're fine.
Come out, come and join us. Do any of you have the voice? It's been a long time since we've had visitors who sing.
I think our elf friend
Oh,
is a pretty popular singer.
no.
They are. That's fascinating. Bring him out. Elf friend.
That friend does not come out.
The other voice said it. The other voice said you were our friends. So come, drink with us, have a song.
As the elf goes to leave, I'm just gonna hit him on the back. You've got this.
And then you see 4 chairs turning away from you. Just
Right.
We're on the voice. Let's go.
I do not know if that was racist or not, but I'm pretty sure all elves sing and dance. It's just something I've heard, anyways.
Let's see.
Only one way to find out.
This is true.
Wander out.
You got this. We believe in you.
I'm sure I got something.
Friend, come on, join us. Do you play or do you sing? Music's welcome no matter what
Play.
it is, but play. Come play with us.
Crap, what do I have on me?
Can you clarify that again?
Oh god. I need to update my stuff. Yeah, I guess he has a lute.
Join us. I don't believe we've had accordions accompany a lute, but I'm sure we can figure it out.
That's gonna be interesting, alright. Just performance check to see if I can match their beat or if I make it
Yeah, go right ahead.
bad.
And a D4.
And a D4. Oh. There's... God dang it. Where are my D4s?
Threw them all away. in
15
protest.
total.
All right.
Those are-
Yeah, you have no trouble kind of matching the beat. You're playing their songs. Goes along. You see several of them drunkenly start singing again. They're very off key. occasionally almost muck up your rhythm just trying to match pace with him.
I'm sure he's cringing very hard.
And the song.
I think you're fine.
I don't think it matters what I play because they're all too sosh to matter.
Honestly, you probably could have just smashed the loot and they would have been having a blast.
Smashing my loot.
Not actually playing, it's just open E.
Say, let's get fucking over.
If you get tired of playing, you can always use this. And he tosses you like a little coin-sized object.
Oh, your
Just
little,
like-
your
just-
little
just-
piano thing. Does that still have the
Yeah.
piano noise on it?
Yeah, about 6 seconds, but it'll go on repeat.
As all of you are still, well, not all of you, 2 of you are still in the wagon. We're good.
Right.
I'm not going out there. They're going to make me sing a dance.
As the music slowly runs to a halt, the man that originally drug you out there says, "Welcome to our fires, friend. We found you on the roadside. Thought you were dead, to be honest, but Aisling insisted that you weren't, and we should bring you along. I'm glad she was right. I hate burying bodies, especially that one. It's big. No offense, friend." Yeah, he's looking at. Someday I will get used to that. You cannot see me pointing and looking directly at.
Right.
But yes, he points at Elias or Elias.
I'm
I'll
not that
step out of
big.
the wagon as well.
Oh, and there's the suit of armor. We tried to get the armor off so you could sleep more comfortably, sir, but we couldn't get it to remove.
That's quite a process. Please
we,
don't. I appreciate the offer, but
we spent about an hour trying to take the helmet off, but
no, that's just my head. Thank you.
If they had succeeded to taking it off, what would have happened?
I have no idea.
that episode of Bender. Give me back my body.
Right.
That scared of my blinking and
Probably
winking.
something like that, simply because I will never kill a player arbitrarily off screen. That's horrible.
Hey, so before we start tonight, I need you to make a new character. What?
It's for a throwaway joke. It'll be funny, I promise.
But the next time, just remember it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. With this
Oh,
word
that's what it is. All right, I'll remember that next time. Don't worry, friend. If we ever find you passed out on the road again, we'll make sure your armor's taken off so you can rest.
You just killed any future warfighters we found.
That's actually how all of them died in Eberron. It wasn't a war. It's just bad mechanics.
Anyway, welcome. Glad you're awake. I don't know what you
we
were traveling
appreciate
for,
the
but
ride.
Are we awake? I feel
Are
like
we,
we sleeping.
Are we heading somewhere particular?
oh, a
We actually
campsite
had
now.
we actually had a place we were actually meaning to go, but
You were? Where was
so
it?
it's just it's a castle.
A
We're
castle.
looking for a Strahd's place.
Yeah, some baron,
Don't forget that Lord bit in the front.
Yeah. Lord Von
It's not my lord.
something.
Lord High Snooty
Oh.
Pants.
Hashtag not my lord.
You're here to visit Baron
Hey, folks.
Zarovich. Are you envoys or ambassadors?
Baron who?
Absolutely.
Baron
Zarovich?
Von Zarovich?
Was that who we were? I thought it was someone else, but wait, was that? Who has the letter?
The letter does say Strahd Von Zarovich.
Okay, it was Strahd. I was Strahd. I didn't know that was the first letter. Okay. In our defense, we've only read it like once, so
Oh no, I'm not.
we keep passing out for some reason. Through the movies.
It's like every time we read it, we pass out.
You should read it again.
No.
Where's that in real life?
Oh, you must be envoys. Well,
Something.
you're welcome to stay at our fire and get rested up. Morning will be in a few hours still. You guys realize it's nighttime again.
I thought it was this morning.
Would say if you're here to visit Strahd, you should definitely go visit Aisling before you leave. She knows him.
And where is this
Alright.
Aisling person?
Oh, she's in the big tent right over there. You can't miss her.
Alrighty. Do y'all want
I
to
don't
go
know if
there?
I want to go to sleep anymore. Every time I sleep, I wake up somewhere new.
It's a great thing about being,
That's the magic of alcohol. Friend.
what we are. We
I
don't.
was about to say, you think dwarves would be used to that?
Right? Not you have dwarf. Get used to it yourself.
Oh yeah.
No, he's
I'm
only
like-
He's an
160.
eighth dwarf. Oh.
16.
It's just my liver.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad.
That's the worst part. You could have gotten anything else.
Oh, you know, they didn't think it through.
He's got one dwarf femur. That's why his one leg is really shorter than the other.
That's why he has this slight limp.
It's my strong leg.
She's right over there. You can't miss her. I'm sure she'd be happy to tell you all about Strahd, what to expect.
Can't tell if you're being facetious or if you're being serious, but
I don't
You know,
facetious, my friend. I'm here to help. You were wary people collapsed on the road. We aren't going to be cruel to you.
Insight check.
Huh.
Wait.
I
Check my pockets.
Yeah.
You are missing anything you picked up in the house, but otherwise everything is there.
No more crossbow.
No deed.
Did we pick it in the house?
I'm missing my skeleton.
The books. I don't remember if you took anything specifically, but there's some books, some letters, the
Bread,
deeds
but I
and stuff.
left it.
Damn.
Oh, okay. The deeds are coming through. I think I grabbed a hand crossbow, so I'll take that off. I can't use it anyways.
I had scrolls.
Those are still there.
Okay.
Is my skull there?
Cool.
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
Hmm.
Take your trash panda stuff.
That's all I have. Just a random book.
I'm sure you guys will have a chance to go loot the house again.
If we find it again.
Who knows if it was all a dream? Maybe it's haunted all over again. You guys can do it a second time.
I don't
If we
really.
need to, we have the password. We can get back in now.
I don't
Tempico.
really know how this key
Yes.
works, but this little coin that he gave me. But I'll figure it out. Does it play the music still?
Yes, it does.
Just click it.
Okay.
It's one tap to turn on, 2 taps to turn off.
I think she's asking, is it like blank because of the...
Oh, I think you can have it repeat.
It's
I
not.
think it
It's
works.
still there.
Until yeah, I was like, I think it works until I make a new one or disable it.
And
So I'm gonna head to Asling's.
as you guys are starting to walk away, you do hear one of the others say, I heard about that Strahd figure. Do you know a mighty wizard fought him once?
Did he win?
What do is it?
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a year ago, though. Stood exactly
hear-
where you're standing. He's charismatic, beard, bald head. Said he was going to fight the devil. Gathered up a bunch of the villagers and marched to the castle. Well, as you can imagine, as soon as the problem started, the villagers all ran away because they're smart. But no, I watched the fight. The wizard and the vampire threw spells at each other. The fight went from the castle out over the precipice of the falls over that way. Wizard got struck by lightning, got hit by all kinds of spells. Nothing seemed to faze him until the vampire jumped on him.
Does this man seem inebriated?
Yes. And he
Fabulous
fell
tip.
into the water.
I was thinking he was a werewolf. Was that not Strahd that we saw in the house? It's hard to keep all these people all together. Did he actually tell us his name? The werewolf, the wolf man. He gave us a letter.
I don't think anybody asked.
Mm-mm.
We just
sweet.
saw a wolf.
Or I think if we did, he just continued walking away.
It's probably Lucian. It's always Lucian. It's a very werewolf name. But, all right, so we're dealing with vampires then, huh? Or at least a vampire. This Strahd character.
Did I say vampire? No, I must be too heavy on the alcohol, friend. I'm sure there's no vampires.
What, is Strahd a bad guy?
Yeah,
No,
has
he's a great man. He's the lord of these areas and lets us travel through, and we send messages for him. In exchange, we don't pay taxes at all, and we get free beer at the town.
if you were invited to eat dinner with him, would you eat with Lord Strahd, or would you go the opposite direction?
Of course I go eat. You know how much money that man has? I'm sure he has a fabulous table.
That's all I need to hear then. Guess we go talk to the other lady then.
That man just said he wants to steal the man's furniture.
I
No,
suppose
no
that's
problem.
one way of interpreting it.
Like, it must be nice furniture.
Guess.
Yeah, if you walk over to the other tent,
I knock on the door.
he goes,
The one canvas tent with a door.
very weird, it's an oak door in the middle of...
Piece of cloth, just going back and forth. That's it.
Yep. You hear a voice from inside. Enter as you wish.
I don't wish. I'm staying out here.
Metal
I'll go
Man,
in.
here you go.
Enter as you don't wish.
It's not fair.
These games are weird. I'm just gonna walk in.
Hello, Garrick. Castich, Elias. Nice of you to join me.
Does she look familiar at all? Have we ever seen her before?
Roll intelligence.
Oh, man, small dice is working today. Just general intelligence.
Yep. You're a bard, so you have wrong character entirely. Never mind. I jumped to squall for a second. I'm sorry.
Was that just me that heard that, or
No, I said I was trying to remind you to invoke Jack of Trades, and I forgot that that's not this game.
you just sound like crazy robotic static
Oh.
keys?
Yeah.
Oh, you hear it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 20, dirty 20.
It's doing it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Do we want to get out back in?
The heck, Greg fan.
Yeah. Let's reset it real quick. Oh, sorry, everyone. Sorry, we're gonna do the weird reset thing. Yeah, I still hear it.
Ah. What the heck?
Hello.
Doing that.
I don't know.
And for some, and I don't know why, but automatically
It's still
mutes
messed up.
instead of me. Yeah, I see that.
It's weird.
I could just hear it echoing in the back.
Yeah. And it's like feeding myself back. Okay.
We
Let's
did
see.
take a short break to try Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I'm sorry, everyone. And I'm sorry, players. We'll be right back.
The heck? No, it's weird.
Let's see. All right, everyone wants to hop into the Discord.
The one-on-one, I guess. Nope, that's all it is. Space.
Whichever. Let's see.
Well, we could go to the chat. Never mind.
Just the game chat.
Game voice, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, so how do you do the video? Here it is. Or my background is showing. I don't hear that thing, so I'm just gonna leave Grid Fair entirely. Okay. Lighting's wrong. Your mic's messing up. It's doing it still. What the heck? Oh, he's muted for me. No, he was tweaking his mic settings. I cannot hear you.
I was just trying to figure out my push to talk.
Hear you.
We still can't hear you, but we see that you're pressing the button.
Can you hear me?
Talk off. Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
It's like it shows him lit up.
I think I heard him for a second.
Can you not? You can't hear me now?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we
Can?
can hear you now.
Okay. That's what I get for messing with software before we started the game.
Okay. Change my video back.
Do we want to go back into Grid Fan? I mean, it might have been that software that was messing it up.
I'm good with whatever. Like if Pixel gets this situated, because GridFam has its own weird issues all the time, then that's fine.
Either or. I just got to remember the push to talk.
Yeah, for this one, yeah.
I just have pushed to talk off.
But see, for me, it said it was required for this channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
this is fine.
I don't
All right, everyone, we're back. Bear with us for a few moments here. We are doing some technical difficulties, aka we are going to a different... There's that. On the bright side, it's actually relatively screened in decently. I just need to adjust a few things here. Everyone's back on camera now. Barovia is covering up myself and GIF here, but...
Now we can see everyone's everything as the wide angles are enabled.
It's horrible. I have to cover up my bed.
I know. I was like, let me throw some of this garbage away. It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I put this thing in the background.
I guess there's a you could do the blur or the. I guess there's other backgrounds too, huh?
There's that one. There's that one.
I don't mind. I don't mind push to talk. I usually use that anyways, but I mean that way you're not picking up any like random background noises or dice rolls or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, just gotta remember the button.
I didn't see a setting to turn that off, which is annoying.
forgetful.
Now the biggest question is, can I move us around in Discord? I don't think I can. So, all right, it's gonna be a little less pretty, but whatever. The important thing is the game, not the cosmetics. We can figure that out later. But hello, welcome back, everyone. I believe when we left off, you guys had just entered. You'd entered the tent. A woman in there that I have not described yet called out three of you by name, and one of you started talking. But I believe we had the echo issues right when the hiccup happened.
Yeah, I did roll that. I got a 16 plus 4, so dirty 20.
Did you recognize her?
Intelligence check, yep.
Something about it is familiar. You vaguely remember the face. Maybe in the last tavern you were in. Not someone you talked to or had any type of dealings with, but just the face is familiar. You think you remember seeing this person somewhere recently. You're not sure exactly where, but it's definitely coming back to you.
I do have a couple questions for you. So you seem to know all of us. What's the elf's name?
The elf wishes the name hidden.
Oh,
Right. Kind of just stares at her for a second.
And how do you know ours?
Am I wrong? Is your name not Elias?
I didn't say you were wrong. I'm just wondering how you found out.
I know a great many things. There's always answers if one learns to look for them.
This is very cryptic.
But somebody like read it on me and I not know or something.
Do you know why we're here? Were you involved with getting us all here? This is we none of us have ever met before, but now we seem to be quite the traveling companions, and you seem to know us. So
Oh, we go back a long time, Garrick. Don't you remember?
I do drink quite a bit, so my memory's not quite what it used to be.
You
But,
don't remember Beltane Eve? That little cozy village in the edge of the coast by Baldur's Gate.
Is this your wife?
Do I remember? He looks down at his finger. I didn't remember getting married, but possibly.
We have never met, my friend. I am pulling your leg, I believe is the term you use. I read your names. They're on the skein of this place. You are here for greatness.
Knew it was written down somewhere.
I see a great destiny for all of you. I see you coming to a land in turmoil. I see you fighting to end a curse, to set free what's been trapped. I see in the four of you stories that will echo for centuries.
Starting to feel bad about the other two. Then are they not in the story either? Is it just us four that make it? That's actually good to know.
Everyone has their part to play, some more so than others. Would you know more of yours?
All right then. Right then. What?
Would you know more of your part?
I mean, we have questions, so sure. But yeah,
Join us.
whatever you're willing to share.
Join me. I set 4 chairs out. As you walk fully in, you see you're not sure if she's elven or just fine-featured. Her hair's forward and covering her sides of her face, and a scarf strapped around, so you can't see if there's pointy ears or not, but very elven features, fine features, no facial hair to speak of, thin eyebrows, little wisp of curly white hair coming out. Just kind of in, again, the same type of garish, multicolored clothing that you saw on the others. And she's sitting at a table, velvet tapestries and dark colors, blacks and purples and maroons, along all the walls. And she is idly fiddling with a deck of cards. There are 5 chairs set in front.
Are you about to read us our fortunes there with those cards?
Would you like me to read the future for you? Some people like to be surprised. Some people like to see what's coming.
I like to believe that we have our own part in playing our future. I don't think that anything's set in stone.
Of course, of course. Don't let anyone ever tell you this prophecy. It's always about your free will, isn't it? You make a decision. You choose the way forward. I simply can see it.
I do like the bit about us being heroes, though. But maybe these two would like something. I don't know what their opinions on that is.
The 3 of you have been quiet, and one of you very much wants to be a mystery. Would you care to join the conversation?
They go and sit. That's all they do. They just kind of stare at them.
The elf did go in then.
I'm gonna sit down, just like kind of test the weight of the chair, make sure it can hold me.
Do I need to sit? Can I stand? I know he sat down and it fit him, but I'm still not sure about myself.
The weight absolutely holds you. It's actually very sturdy, feels comfortable. As comfortable as things are to someone who doesn't have a full sense of touch per se. But
Are they wooden chairs?
yeah, honestly, they look like folding chairs. They seem like they shouldn't have worked for the Warforged.
It's pretty strong wood. I don't think that you're gonna fall through. This is great craftsmanship, if I had to say so myself.
Must be mahogany. I'll sit down.
That particle board.
Mahogany.
Kind of bends like it's you. I'm not
Eric
sure.
sniffs it.
Not just any mahogany. From Rockhill 7, where the trees are 700 feet tall and breathe fire. Don't mind me. You can stand if you wish, Elias. I'm not here to make anyone uncomfortable.
No. I'll sit. No problem. It's not. I'm not comfortable.
Oh no, it's fine.
The future is not written, my friends. I simply am able to remember it.
So, what are you willing to share?
Whatever the cards choose to show me. What do you want to know?
Is it safe to go to Strahd's?
My friends, it is not safe to go out your front door.
Yeah, it's a pretty broad
Safety
question.
is
There.
We kind of figured that.
What's for dinner? What does he have prepared for us then when we get there?
Oh, he has far more prepared than you're expecting. But the food will be delicious, I'm sure. He prides himself on always having the best of everything.
And we are not the dinner. Is he prepared to eat
Why would you
us?
Why would you be at dinner?
That man out there said something about vampires, and we already saw a wolf man. I don't know. So I never met any of these. Where I come from, they're just fairy tale creatures, so you never actually met one. But I don't know. Saw a wolf turn into a man.
Era misgiven to flights of fancy. I promise you, I would never say that there are vampires in Barovia.
I don't know. Perhaps he was just a really fancy druid then, that wolf person.
It could be. I've heard many stories of people who can become beasts and vice versa. Haven't you?
Yeah, they're usually a little bit niche-y, though. They usually have like animal hides and stuff. He had like a nice tie, a suit, but I don't know. Maybe things are a little bit different here.
Possible. Suffice it to say, I can see you will one day fight this man, but not on your first meeting. You would be safe to go there.
And he is at that big castle
He is.
at the top of the mountain.
He is, and I see you going there and coming back many times, perhaps. Always safe until the last one. And that last one, you must be prepared.
Will we know which one the last one will be?
I see 3 treasures. Once you've collected these, it'll be the last time.
Oh, here's a good one. Do I ever get my museum started?
Pick a card, any card. Perhaps I see treasures for you as well.
So I need 7 treasures to start a museum. Got it.
It's Animal Crossing. You must have 10 substances and
7 bugs, 7 fish.
What can you tell me about these 3 treasures?
I see 3: a tome, a weapon, and a symbol. The tome tells of a history, knowledge of the ancient, that will help you understand who your enemy is. Apparently I like 7s.
This Strud family, is they you know if they have anything to do with my pest, the people that are missing?
Tell me more. I have not looked you on the past in detail.
Family, my mom, my dad, and my brother, they disappeared one day, and traces of a struggle, but I still haven't seen anything, and all I can gather is some type of monsters, humanoid type people, something that's not native to where we grew up.
I believe if you follow the path forward, you will find your answers, but in more specifics, you seek a man responsible, not a woman, not a beast. A person with a soul as real as you or I set the path that led to your destruction.
Pulls out a little notebook and starts writing some of the stuff down.
For the trove you seek, the book, I see a throne fit for a king. When you find such a thing, you will find the tome of the ancient.
What about this weapon?
The weapon I see is a force of good and protection. It's a weapon meant for vengeance, a blade of sunlight.
Dibs?
He just called dibs on his sunblade, bro.
Oh, okay. I took the tome and said dibs.
Items go where they are needed, my friends. I would not make such a deliberate effect as to who gets what. As for this weapon, suffice it to say, you will want to look to the west. Find a pool blessed by the light of the sun.
What did you say? Pool of what? Did you say lust?
Look to
Pool
the,
of lust?
look to the west. Find a pool blessed
Oh, blessed. Okay.
by the light
That
of the
makes a lot
sun.
more sense. The pool of lust. You know,
It could be.
don't want to go in the water.
You're gonna summon bods to our party.
Just jump straight in the water. Don't even think about it.
And the last one, I see a symbol of hope. Something long ago lost in these lands. But those who once held it never put it away. Never gave up on it. I see it lying in a dragon's house, in hands once clean, now corrupt. I don't see you fighting alone. I don't see you having to do this quest just the four of you. You have at least one ally out there. Or at least an enemy.
Pretty sure it's the dwarf is probably the ally. The human is probably the enemy. You know, he's a little bit shifty.
Perhaps. I would simply say look for an entertaining man with a monkey. The man is more than he seems.
As often they are, these men with monkeys. Every man I ever met with a monkey is always a little bit more than he seems, isn't it?
Perhaps. How many monkeys have you met?
It's just
I've
two.
dumbfounded
I was no, I was trying to remember, but the third one was it was some kind of rodent. It wasn't a monkey. It's two, just two. Didn't play cards with them. Those monkeys are tricky. They like to take things out of your pocket or look at your cards.
Do they now? I wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever had a monkey around.
It's probably for the best, to be honest with you.
There is one last thing I see that may help you. I can see where the battle takes place. Perhaps it would do well for you to avoid this place until you are ready. For once you enter it, the devil will come for you in force.
Where's that now?
Let us see what reveals. I don't like that one. No, I drew the card that says, "Good luck! We're not telling you anything." He dwells with the one whose blood sealed his path forward. A brother snuffed out too soon. When you find this place, prepare for the end. You've been so kind to an old woman, entertaining my ramblings. After all, it's just card tricks, right? No one sees the future. Your free will writes your own path forward, and no one knows what will happen next. Perhaps my musings are just idle speculation or wishful thinking, or maybe they're just a distraction. I can't imagine it was fun whatever you went through to end up unconscious on that road.
A question for the DM.
Yes.
Would I know anything about the weapon?
Very possibly. Go ahead and roll history. You might know lots about this stuff. Yay, archaeologist.
19 plus 2 for 21.
Digging through your memories of what you read, you do know during the original Unification Wars a long, long time ago, like before there was Gallifrey. I just realized Keith Baker named his unified country after Doctor Who. All right, sorry. There was rumor of several great artifacts throughout those early wars. And it was said that the prototypes of Karnath, the people that would become Karnathi one day, had a sword that basically brought the sun to bear on Earth. No one's quite sure what happened to it. It's in the histories in places here and there, almost to the point that you wrote it off as, well, you didn't write it off. You're in a world with magic and you're a walking golem with a brain. So it might have been a magical weapon of some sort, but there was never a lot of details on it. Never a surety of it being a precise thing. And then one point in the histories, it just ceases to be talked about. Very similar to the time Barovia ceases to be talked about. One of the early countries of Karnath that became Karnath eventually.
So bear with me on this.
Of course.
It sounds like you're talking about a weapon that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, the book stopped talking about it, so I'm assuming someone found out it wasn't real.
Did someone find out it wasn't real, or did it disappear from use?
It's a fair point.
I don't know. After all, I couldn't see the future, really. No one can. Winks at Garrick.
Kind of like lean over to Carrick's like, I think she has the hots for you.
Pretty sure everyone does, but it's not something that's abnormal.
Perhaps you'll come
He's
back
not
to
wrong.
visit me once this is all done.
Hold it.
If we were to defeat Strata, would we go back to our own homes?
Who can say? Were you brought here? Did you dream yourself here? Maybe you're still lying in your bed somewhere safe. And when this is all done, you'll return to the life you left. Maybe wiser, but none the worse for wear. Maybe you're being held. And this is a test for your soul. Maybe if you fail in this, something else wakes up where you are.
Is this us waking up in different places? Is this something that's going to happen on a daily occurrence, or is this are we through with that part of this journey?
Waking up in different places, I'm not sure what you mean.
It just seems like every time we fall asleep, we wake up in somewhere else. I mean, at first it was some creepy house with these weird children and this swamp monster, and then next thing you know, we walk out the house and black out, and now we're in a cart talking to you.
I haven't seen anything like that in the cards. How many times has this happened to you? Where you've lost consciousness the night before and woke up not sure of your surroundings?
Well, that's too many to count there, but this type of a deal is this. I got to be honest, this is the first. I've never had to battle swamp monsters and then met a fortune teller the next day. This is definitely new.
More proof of your free will, isn't it, then? A new experience you haven't seen before or expected. I have no reason to believe you will continue to find yourself in different places after you sleep. Not unless there's a lot of alcohol involved.
All right, then.
Are there questions I can answer, help I can provide? I've told you what the cards say, but... never let it be said that we send guests away without showing hospitality.
If no one else is going to ask, I will. What is with your clothes?
Aren't they lovely?
Sure.
You'll find as you travel the lands of Barovia, most people are drab, colorless, boring. We try to enjoy things that remind us of vibrancy in life. Besides, things only look off when people say they look off. It's all opinion, isn't it? Who's to say
True.
red doesn't simultaneously go with yellow and turquoise and six sage of green?
Fair point.
I mean, it does look lovely.
Perhaps you'd like some assistance in coloring? I believe we have pigment somewhere.
Ooh, I'd enjoy that.
No.
What do you all?
Another time then.
What do you lot? Outside of picking up strangers and giving them their fortunes, what do you lot do? Someone outside mentioned something about delivering things.
We have an agreement with the Lord of Barovia. We have safe passage through these lands, and in exchange we occasionally bring messages or deliveries. It's not what we do. We are seeking a song.
Are we one of those messages or deliveries?
I could not say. I don't see any deliveries or messages for you. Nothing on my charter that says deliver messages to Garrick and Castich and Elias on the side of a road.
No,
Or
I mean,
whatever that-
are we something that's being delivered? Are you all delivering us to this lord?
Garrick, are you not a sentient being with free will?
I mean, there's free will, and then there's rope, and this-
Are you bound? Have we done something to imply capture? You are free to
Not
leave
yet.
whenever you want. You could turn
Okay.
around and march right off that way into the river, and well, someone might try and stop you from doing that, but it's very cold at night. We are friends to everyone. We are not here to cause trouble or to mistreat anything. And I certainly would not wish ill on anyone.
You said we're in Barovia.
You are? That's what the land
Interesting.
calls. Stretching all the way from ways past the village of Barovia on up ahead about a day and west to the edge of the mountains there. Through Valek and Argenvost and all manner of fun places where the mist crawl Barovia is.
And just to clarify, you said that they stopped talking about the Sunblade the same time they stopped talking about Barovia, right?
Yep. Yeah. Your research would have assumed, probably based on how it was written, that just, okay, at that point that country got annexed into Karnath or got conquered or something. A little weird that it just cuts off, but records get lost, things happen.
I thought Barovia got absolved. Interesting.
To my knowledge, Lord von Zarevich has always held the land. He would say he's one with the land.
So we have 3 things we need to find.
3 things, when found, will push you to your last visit at the castle.
Okay. Which one would you suggest us seeking out first?
Garrick, you hurt me. You just got done telling me how you were a creature of free will, how you did not do what was dictated by others to follow paths forward laid out.
Well, there's free will and then there's advice. I feel like we've got a bit of a communication difference here, but we're just seeking advice. That's all. You seem to know these lands a lot better than us.
Well, I see 2 ways about it. One, you could march into the castle, descend to the tombs, and go to the end of what my cards have shown me. Surefire way to prevent any type of lack of free will of a prophecy. I would not recommend that. I would recommend traveling the land, exploring it, learning it, understanding the limits of how it stretches. Arm yourself with knowledge before you try to leave. Castich seems to understand. He already seeks knowledge. He already uses what he has to try and lay the plan out. And our nameless friend has plans of their own, if they ever choose to share them.
We all just look at him, all 3 of us.
But really, everyone should have their goals. We've only spoken of one. You wish to find out what happened that day in your past. Elias, Castich, what do you seek?
I asked about my museum.
True, but if that's all you seek, I wish you well in it. Not every dream has to be grandiose. Some people are practical. I applaud that. Elias?
Well, I am looking for the guy who cursed me in this damn body.
This isn't your... That was a curse? I just thought you were always like that.
So you think somebody with a dwarf liver, an elven tongue, stitches all over my face is a normal human?
Of course, isn't it normal for everyone?
I don't know what human fashion is these days. Humans do some strange things.
Humans do some strange things. Exhibit A. Points to myself.
I hear body modification is all the rage right now.
You seek to find out what happened to you.
Yes, I do.
Choose a card.
That one.
You are looking for a place called Lemuria. You will not be able to reach it so long as the mist holds sway over Barovia. But once they part, travel north. You will find your answers.
Good to know. How do I... Wait, there's a mist?
The mist choke Barovia. The devil of the land controls who leaves and goes and enters. If you walk into the mist without permission, you will find yourself getting weaker as you go. And either find yourself back where you started from, or never return. Until you break the hold on the mist, you are trapped here.
And I'm assuming probably Strahd holds the mist.
Who can say these things? Who can know them?
He said it in the letter, actually.
Oh,
Did it?
did it now? Well,
He said he was the key to leaving this place, and I assume that that's the key.
if he says he's in charge, Why would he lie?
I don't know about royalty. Is there something above Lord? I always thought that maybe there was a king somewhere, but perhaps in Barovia. Where? Barovia?
You are in
Uh,
Barovia, my friend.
Never heard of it.
You really want to find Strahd's daddy.
No one ranks above a baron in Barovia, not that I knowledge.
Oh. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Certainly
So there's
some
no...
of the
okay.
burgomasters would think they do.
All right, then. I think... I definitely think the Strahd is the key, then. Just like you said in the letter.
Perhaps. And you there. And you all see her mouth move, and there's an audible silence for a second. Except for you, Kitsu. You hear your name.
Oh,
Is there anything
Nice.
you wish?
nope,
Nothing at all.
no.
Not even the answers to why that incident happened and why those dwarfs came.
Nope.
Your friend is a liar, or very well adjusted.
That's a liar.
Could be both.
Could be. I am happy to answer any other questions you have. Otherwise, I do see the sun is coming up.
I don't think I have any more questions. Do y'all?
No, it's been a great pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
You are always welcome at our fires.
Oh, sorry. I do have one more question. What's for dinner?
I see
Fish.
salmon smothered in butter and lemon, served aside a choice cut of beef.
Sod.
Sounds great.
So she sounds quite delicious. Could use some more omega fatty acids.
You'll have to go to dinner and enjoy.
Double protein. Wait. Is it Strahd's menu? Damn it.
May you
We better
find the
get
song.
going. with that salmon.
As you guys step out of the tent, you see again sun up, but a heavy cloud cover obscuring most of it, keeping it kind of a dull grayish light, but clearly daytime. You see the fires died down. A couple of people, including the one that told you about the vampire fighting the wizard, are sleeping by the ashes of the fire. A couple of flasks laying there, half spilled.
So should we get to stepping?
Is there anything to eat nearby?
If you want to look around, you can. Are you searching in one of the wagons? Or are you searching by the fire? Or are you just
Just
going
around where the people were?
going to the river and trying to fish?
No. Just jump in the river, catch a fish.
I wasn't saying jump in the river.
Catching our own salmon.
I'd do the
Yeah.
Tom Hanks from Castaway, just stand there with a spear and wait.
Nah,
I
I saw
catch
a
my own fish.
great trap to build, but anyway.
Was the drunk guy, was he like part of our wagon, or was he from a different wagon?
You're not sure? He was already outside when he came out? Like, you never saw him come down from a wagon? It's possible these folks sleeping were the ones that are from your wagon, since your wagon was given up for you guys, but you're not sure. You do see him over there?
Is everyone passed out around him?
Yes.
Garrick's gonna sneak over there and like kind of tuck something into his pocket.
Roll stealth?
With advantage because they're asleep, or should I just roll regular?
They take -5 to their passive perception because they're asleep.
Do I see Garrett trying to rob the poor guy?
I'm not robbing. I'm putting
No, I
something
know,
in his
but
pocket.
yeah, I know, but from my perspective, you're stuffing your hands in his pocket.
You all walked out together. It's not like he stealthed. Then correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't interpret that he stealthed from you guys to go do it. More that he just went over there and was doing his best not to make noise.
That is an 11.
They don't wake up. What did you put in his pocket?
Anything to good.
Little tinkering device. It's gonna emit an odor.
Okay. Don't know
Give
where
him a
you would
fart
get
rock.
such a horrible idea.
Give him a fart rock.
Seems
Well, in this case, it was a little piece of metal, but that's fine. But I'm gonna just kind of slip it into his pouch. I'm not gonna activate it, but I set it to activate if they as they pick it up and examine it. So
Okay.
it'll just be something funny goes off whenever he gets into his pocket.
I see. Well then, you guys find yourself in the daytime. Garrick sneaks back from doing whatever it is he's doing.
He's just got a stupid.
Hold please.
Okay, we can still hear you.
Yeah, no, I didn't disconnect. One of you sent a player to DM message that I was trying to go read, and if I click on it here, it would bring it up onto Twitch. And so I opened a second Discord and immediately tried to yank the call over. So sorry about that. I understand the mission. Yeah, you guys find yourself on the road. Not the road. You're by a road.
Did I find food?
Yes, you found.
Biscuits with bites taken out of them.
Yes, several half-eaten biscuits. By the campfire's ashes, you find a cast iron pan, like a deep dish pan, that has the leftovers of some type of stew. So a brown sauce and chunks of things that you think are meat.
I guess we probably don't have food, huh? We don't have rations or anything.
If you had any in your base equipment, you have those.
I got this now.
Because at no point was any equipment taken from you guys, other than, again, the things you got in the house didn't come with you.
Okay.
You're not going to share.
As you're examining the stew, you do see there's a second pot that has big, thick noodles.
Nope.
Is there any meat?
There are chunks of something that is probably meat
One has a little foot attached to it.
in the brown sauce. Do the
Chicken swirl.
two of you have breakfast?
I'm walking and eating.
Okay. As you guys take a bite, at first it tastes kind of minty.
Oh.
And then it is quickly fire. Like ghost chili.
Like, ah. You said there's a lake nearby.
There is, yes. You. As good as this always goes when I hold the book up to the camera, but essentially there is where you guys were.
Alright. Fixed my tongue.
All right, the elf runs over to the river.
I mean, Garrick didn't grab any food, so he just kind of confused, but kind of shrugs and just keeps going.
You were able to drink some water. It doesn't really help.
On some
Yeah.
bread as I'm walking.
The
I'm gonna
bread does
cast
help.
message to the elf. It's usually not a great idea to drink lake water.
You can reply to this message.
You can reply to this message. You usually want to boil it first.
I'm gonna get lovely sick later.
Roll a Constitution save. Why not? Now that you guys remember this.
got a big fat tooth.
I'm sure you're fine.
It's that episode of Bob's Burgers. So sickly.
I'm sure you're fine. Nothing could go wrong.
What did you eat, by the way? I think I missed it. It was like minty, and then it was fire.
It's
I don't know.
She had what's called burka. It is a mint pepper sauce, served usually with beef or lamb, that is usually served over egg noodles.
Oh, so I just had the sauce.
And bread. Yes, you basically went up to the curry pot, took none of the rice.
Bread.
The bread's helping now that you're eating the bread, yes. Alright, you guys are on a road in the middle of Barovia. Everyone's asleep. You are free to do as you see fit.
Can we see the castle?
Yeah.
From where you are, I'm sorry, just bringing up the map in full size so I can see better. As I'm funny enough finding versions of the map that say like how many minutes it is to walk from one place to the other. I'm like, I don't need that. Hold please, I will share the map with you guys too. So that way I'm not making you always go to... Alright, I'm going to a different section. Do not disconnect my chat, thank you. Uploading picture. Grabbing Barovia 5e. Hitting enter. Opening the original, so it's actually big for me. If you guys look to the center and right of the map, there is a thing called the Ser pool, T-S-E-R pool. With a little dotted line path. You are on that path, essentially. That is going to, if you watch, the path goes down and then to the east and then eventually winds upward a little bit more to the village of Barovia. The castle is essentially north and slightly east of you. If you look at the word Sarahpool and then go straight up a little bit, there's a castle slightly off to the right.
Why
So-
didn't name the mountain after himself?
To be fair, wouldn't you? Mount Elias.
There's a ring to it.
Right.
Place like that, gods probably live there.
Exactly.
See this?
Was your name Elias before the curse, or is this a new name that you took after your? I'm just curious about your past there. Is this something new to me?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I woke up and they told me my name was Elias, so I just went with it.
With these, was it like captors? You just like, you woke up and there's a bunch of people in hoods, and you're like, ah, and they go, ha,
Just like that.
you're Elias, and now rise. Was there lightning going on?
Basically, honestly.
Vivid imagination.
I was their bodyguard for a little bit, but then they disappeared out of nowhere.
You must have been paid extremely well.
He probably wasn't paid. It's probably why they made him.
I get paid?
I barely learned what money was when I found gold on the ground.
What is my purpose? You defend us. Oh my god.
Things that are gold on the ground are not always money, just to let you know.
They could be.
But Cass is just going to like cover up his gold engravings.
Yellow rock.
Look, I found more, yoink. Alright.
He's covered in it. Is he worth money?
Sure, melt him
Probably.
down.
Quick reminder from me. Were either of you two non-Warforged from Eberron, or are you from Tyrell? Or for that matter, are you from the Shadowfell directly? In your case,
I
Tetsu.
would. Yeah, I was like, I would be right outside of Eberron because I mean, well, no,
Oh yeah,
wouldn't be
because
Eberron.
you're dragon
Yeah.
marked. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, you probably actually know the price of Warforged at least once upon a time.
Well, yeah,
I think I was
not,
from Eberron.
He's not confused about the Warforged. He's met tons of Warforged.
Well, no,
I
it's
mean,
just-
they probably have them as bodyguards, but like the Golem thing is completely new territory for him.
No, that was a bad joke on how much his Castex work with all
Yeah.
the.
That's true. Well, actually, most of our Warforged are made of wood, but I can see where metal could have its value. You do not want to get wooden Warforged near fire.
What?
I have heard fire is bad.
They get really swollen when they get wet.
Don't like fire.
They can consider it.
All right, Frank. Anyway. Yep, you guys are on a road. The world is open to you. Much
So I guess we
Take
just
carriage.
leave, or are we?
I'm sure they're fine.
much like any Fallout game, you are out of the tutorial section, and now you can go anywhere you want.
I'm pretty sure they said we could have this wagon.
Well, they said it.
There a horse attached to it?
There is not a horse attached to it right now. There are horses. They're
Okay,
actually
go
kind
get
of
a horse.
wandering free. All right, you approach a horse. It looks up at you. It goes back
I
to
wave
eating grass.
wave a biscuit at it.
Roll animal handling.
All right.
While he does this, you hear in your head, I was just joking. It's probably not wise to rob these people.
You just
The-
fondled that man's pocket earlier. Don't tell me about stealing.
No, I was giving him something. I said
I could say I'm borrowing this horse. 14.
The horse slowly walks over and eats the biscuit. It doesn't get angry at you if you like touch the bridle or anything like that.
So like gear nearby.
Yes, looking around. Do you have animal handling out of curiosity? Or land
No.
vehicles?
No.
Okay, this will be fun. Yes, there
Yeah.
is lots of tacking gear nearby.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna put it in the wrong spot. Someone want to help?
Do you
Elias,
roll
I bet the horse is gonna love you. Let's go.
This is all
The
you.
last thing it wants to see.
What about you, dwarf? You look like you. No. What?
No.
Oh,
We usually use large goats where I'm from, but we do not use horses. They're a bit too large.
you could at least help me figure this thing out. And I hope
Just standing back and gonna watch you fail. It's gonna be great.
No. Do I have to roll animal again, or
Is there any more of that sauce they
Yep.
had?
Roll animal handling again.
is there already
There's plenty
a horse that's mounted up? Oh, nat 20! Yeah.
There is not already a
Oh,
horse
wow.
that has tack on it because they are camped
Dang
for the
it.
night. And you don't leave that stuff on the horse.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
all these
Castix
ones
is
from
actually
now
gonna
on.
go get some of the like sauce and food and just like eat it. Serves no absolute purpose whatsoever.
Noodles have
Your
kind of a
gears are
pear
gonna
taste to
ignite
them.
on fire.
All right, with a natural 20, you slowly stumble your way through figuring out, if nothing else, there is a basic intuition to, all right, this clearly goes over the thing's head, and
Good horse, see.
you
you very
successfully hook up the horse to the wagon.
Huzzah. Since none of you helped, I'm not driving. I get in the back.
I'm gonna look around. Did anyone notice any of that stuff happening, or are they all still passed out?
You know, I had a d20 here. Well, with a natural 2 and a -5 on perception, because they're, asleep, no.
No, I know how to
Right.
drive, so I can drive. I'm okay with this.
Eric's
I
gonna-
have the most faith in you. I give you bardic inspiration.
The best part about that is he just revealed he could have helped saddle the horses.
Garrick's gonna give the wagon a 1-over. It's made of wood, I'm assuming, so he's just gonna make sure that there's anything, like if anything needs mended or anything like that, he's just gonna check the wheels and
There's no
make sure
trees.
everything's. And make sure that we're not going to run over any trees or anything.
There's some wear here and there, but nothing. Everything seems sound. You don't see anything wrong with it. There's nothing that's gonna like break immediately down the road or anything like that sort. It looks like a fairly sturdy, if well used and long had wagon.
He's gonna take out another actually he'll just grab like a piece, like a kind of break a little bit of, I don't know, there's probably a rock or something around.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna record a message into the rock and leave it for them.
What does the message say?
We want to thank you for your hospitality. We're very grateful for this wagon of yours. We'll be sure to return it once we're done.
Thanks for picking us up. We're taking your stuff.
The elf.
What is it about me running Ravenloft games and people steal wagons?
Thing.
It wasn't my idea.
No, this has happened before, not in this scenario, but it was a Ravenloft game in a completely different domain, and immediately the group stole a wagon.
Steal wagons. I'm not walking.
It's like Critical Role indoors.
Right?
Is there any?
Right.
There's nobody else in that wagon, right?
No one was in the
I don't
wagon
have
except
to
the four of you.
shove any old ladies out.
No, you do not have to
Okay.
shove any old ladies out. No one is in the wagon. There's like clothes and belongings. Clearly, this is someone's house, but
It's just a kid like tucked up in the corner.
I'm gonna take those and like put them next to the rock. I don't want to take. We don't want to take their clothes and stuff. Like taking the wagon's one thing, but I'm not gonna leave them naked too.
all right. You take the various personal belongings and stack them on a rock.
Is there anything neat?
Nice.
Well, that was a 5. They're getting more alert, but they still slept through everything.
We should get out of here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Is there a little window thing I could watch this chaos?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You see Elias climb up in the driver's seat.
Great.
That puts you in charge, sir. Where are you going?
Going to the castle.
Okay.
Quickest way to see.
All right. You start going. You go along that dotted line on the map. As you approach the main road, you see a black carriage sitting there. 2 completely jet black Clydesdales that you swear have a little bit of a red tinge to their eyes are standing harnessed in the carriage. They kind of glance at you and snort, steam rising from their breath.
Are they just there, not moving?
Yep. The carriage door swings open as you guys approach.
I stop real quick.
No, run them over.
No, keep going.
Going?
It's just
Go on.
creepy.
Going.
All right.
Go faster.
I rush.
All right. You rush on by. They start following you.
Oh, crap. Go faster. Why did you get rid of all the belongings? We would have had stuff to throw.
I push the horses to their limit. Go.
You do your best. Actually, go ahead and roll it. Was it? We call it wisdom. I've never actually had someone use land vehicle tools.
You think it'd be intelligence, right, or dexterity?
I think it's Dex.
I'll go with Dex.
Let's not go with Dex.
Let's not go with Dex.
You also got inspiration. Don't forget that.
We'll go with Dex. We had 2 votes for Dex. And yeah, you do.
Right.
You get your proficiency bonus, and you do have bardic inspiration if you want to use it.
What does a bardic inspiration do again?
Let you add
Yeah,
1d6.
D6 to add to your roll.
Basically, the bard inspires you, and for the next is it 10 minutes, or is it a minute?
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Next 10 minutes, you can add that d6 to 1 d20 roll.
Like, why can't it be a D12?
Eventually, level up.
That's a 10 altogether.
Okay. I mean, you do your best, but you have 1 horse. And four people in the wagon. So the 2-horse team that you're not sure who's in that carriage They keep up with you. They never actually overtake you. They never try and like catch you. They're following you very clearly.
Come to find out, they came to pick us up to go to the castle.
Is there anyone driving this carriage, or is it driving itself?
It's just driving itself.
Fantastic.
I'm like, is there anything in the carriage that I could throw at them?
Roll a d20 perception or investigation. Your call.
Don't throw anything yet. Oh no, I think I have to be able to see them to cast message.
Okay, I got 19.
You can see
Plus,
the horse.
Dirty 20.
Roll a percentile. No, roll a d20 again. Just a plain d20.
4.
All right.
What's in the carriage?
You find an object secluded underneath one of the like the little benches that's built into the wall.
Oh god, I found their life savings. Alright.
It is a. I'll leave this in your hands. Roll percentile.
$64.
You find.
Like, you're quiet.
No,
Like,
I'm
you're
just
quiet.
laughing because I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen here. Not for me. I think it'll be hilarious. You find a necklace that has 7 red orbs. They might be like carved rubies or garnets. You're not entirely sure.
Would I know what that is?
Roll Arcana.
I have Arcana.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
You can roll it too since you found the item. I'll give you the first dibs on the roll if you roll well. But 1. Okay.
Very pretty necklace.
Kissy, you find a very pretty necklace. You've never had one. You've read about them. You're relatively certain if you throw it, it will explode.
How badly do we want them gone?
Rather you share that with the elf is up to you.
As they get ready to throw, I'm just going to be like, no.
We want to try talking to him first before we start throwing random stuff we found in the.
Go ahead. Poke your head out the window and talk to them.
Should I stop?
I'll poke my head. He'll poke his head out the back of the window, or not the window, but like I guess the back. Is this a covered wagon? I guess.
It's like a think like a Vistani wagon, like a little house on wheels type deal.
Okay. Yeah, he'll stick his head out and kind of check to see if there's anyone like driving the. I mean, I know you said there wasn't any like human out on the cart, right?
Nope. You see the reins kind of fall back, and they're sitting on the bench, and the carriage is just going along. The 2 horses are looking at you as they're going.
They're not chasing us or anything. They're just following us, right?
They have been matching your speed.
I mean, I feel like if they were gonna, they're much faster than we are. I think if they were hostile, they would have, done something by now. Perhaps maybe we should pull over and see if maybe, I don't know. I mean, we just met a complete stranger. She knew exactly who all of us were. So, some strange things.
I like the idea of going to the castle and then stopping. If you guys
Maybe they're from the castle. I mean, have you ever thought about that? I mean, it does seem like it's a pretty nice carriage.
All right. I'm just gonna stop.
Okay.
We're gonna figure this out one way or the other.
You come to a stop. Let's see where you are on the map. You actually come to a stop. You see up ahead there's a split in the road. You can go left or right. But as you come to a stop, the horses slow down as well, and they come up beside you guys. And then the door swings open on the side of the carriage they're pulling.
Do I see anything in?
Is it Mr.
Okay.
Well-dressed werewolf?
Eric still has his head out the window.
As you look into it, it's an empty carriage.
Nope.
It's like kind of trying to pry the necklace from the elf's hands. Like,
No,
don't
this is
throw
mine.
this.
I'm not throwing it.
I think maybe that carriage was meant for us. There's no one in it.
Well, we've already got a ride, so
Yeah, except it's not technically our ride. I do still feel a little bad about taking it. They were really nice and picked us up off the street.
it's like, well, it's gonna be abandoned if we leave it.
But they'll probably find it.
You do see the other carriage has a bottle of wine and some grapes.
I mean, go check it out. Maybe our two companions are in there, or maybe they got there first and they sent a carriage. So y'all can stay here, but I'm
could've
gonna
been
go
a
check it
dream.
out.
I mean, do y'all want to let him go on and we just follow the carriage, see how that goes?
Yes, I like that plan. I want to go in the carriage that we control.
What about you, metal friend?
As long as they don't throw this,
Not gonna throw it.
I will go with Garrick.
Okay, the two of you climb into the carriage. It's a nice bowl of grapes sitting on some ice to keep them nice and chilled. Bottle of wine in another ice bucket. There are 4 goblets. Nice cushioned seats. Looks like it'd be big enough for like 8 people.
Eric's gonna look at the wine and uncork it and kind of give it a smell. See if it smells like wine or something else.
It has a full body, a little bit dry. You sense just the edge of the scent of parsnip.
All right, then pours it into a cup.
Knowing nothing about wine, I tried to remember what I saw in Frasier once.
It's like a berry, not a parsnip.
I'm sure you can make wine with parsnips. I don't know.
I was gonna say usually it's some type. It's you're get that
It
some
has,
type of fruit.
has a nice fruity
Essence of
flavor.
tomato.
It's a bit savory, but it'll do.
Now I want tomato-based alcohol.
Starts eating the grapes too.
Is the other carriage moving, or is it still waiting for us?
It's just sitting still. The door's open.
There's grapes, and
Yeah, what the?
they got wine. It's not poison, not that I know of, anyways.
Am I just tossing it over here?
Pretty sure you could drink poison and you wouldn't know it.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm pretty sure I've drank my fair share of poison. But speaking of poison, how's your lake water doing for you back there?
Not sick yet.
You feel fine.
Essence of fish.
Can I like discreetly cast blindness and deafness on him?
Me?
Yeah.
You can. They get a save, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Just to freak him out.
Also, roll
The con 13 save.
I'll give you a call, by the way. You roll deception or roll stealth. Basically, are you trying to hide that you're doing it at all, or are you trying to make it look like you were casting some other magic?
We'll say some other magic, so I'll go with deception.
Deception is great.
What's your passive insight get to?
Good question. 11.
Okay.
That's
13
that's
plus
perception.
0. So
I don't know what my passive insight is.
Are you proficient in perception?
Nope.
Then it's also 11.
Alright.
Unless you're proficient in insight, in which case it'll be 13 as well. But
Yeah.
You are? Okay. You
Plus 2.
you notice Castitch is casting a spell, and he kind of glances your way briefly, and then make your save.
Yeah. What did I have to get?
13.
What do I add to
Constitution
this?
13.
I add my con, so it's 12. Fuck, 12.
Everything goes
Damn.
dark.
So,
But I'm awake. I can sense I'm awake.
Yeah, no, you're just blind.
The
So-
first initial reaction is somebody knocked me out and threw me in the carriage, but I'm awake, so I'm like, just hold on to the wagon.
Oh yeah, it is your choice. Did they go blind or deaf?
She just got blind.
Okay.
My dark eyes are probably white now. That's
You hear in your head, if you're all right there, maybe it was that weird food you ate. There's grapes in here. They're pretty delicious. Better come if you want some. I know elves love their grapes.
Nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm gonna stay right here, or I'm not going to the spooky carriage.
Pretty sure it's designed for us. Just 4 goblets. But it's pretty comfortable in here. Nothing bad's happened yet.
Yet.
That only lasts 1 minute, by the way.
Garrick, you mentioned nothing bad happening yet. Roll a d20. Okay. Elias, do you start your wagon moving forward again, or are you guys chilling still? Or
yeah, as soon as I see them drinking, I'm just like, let's just go.
as you
Y'all
go,
seem alive.
the door shuts on Garrick and Castich, and that wagon starts going too. Do you continue right at the fork, Elias, to head towards the castle, or do you go left?
Yeah, I'm
Completely
continuing to
veering off
castle.
course for no particular reason.
You know, I'm having conniptions because I can't fucking see, and I'm bouncing around the back of the wagon.
As was said, it lasts about a minute, and then your vision just comes back.
Yeah. I stare at the necklace. You did this to me.
Throw it on the ground in anger.
It's cursed.
Oh, God.
No, please no. He was really adamant about not doing that.
It's just that far off shot of just like a little nuke explosion on the planet.
Does it? I wonder if it requires attunement, though. It probably
No,
wouldn't even work.
it
It doesn't
doesn't.
require attunement? Oh, man.
No, necklace of fireball, you can just grab it and start chucking them.
No one knows until Castich shares or someone rolls their own arcane, but yeah, essentially you guys have 7 fireballs.
Nice.
Or 1/9 level fireball, depending on what you want to do with it. Yeah,
You
you
did say we have to fight the Lord, so.
just walk in.
Hey, Garrick, I got a really great idea.
All right, then.
I'm assuming we're going to the castle. When we get there, let's pretend like we're dead.
Okay.
It'll be funny, trust me.
It freaked me out, though, man.
Assuming
You know, I've never actually met a warforged with a sense of humor before. I kind of like it. It's a breath of fresh air.
All right. Unless anyone's doing anything in particular, it takes you guys another like 15 minutes or so. But Elias, you find yourself going up and up and up. And do we have a description of the castle for you, other than it's a big castle? But it starts climbing. You find yourself breaking above the trees, heading into a well, it's Castlevania. You see a huge castle climbing up about 8 or 9 stories, if you had to guess, on one spire. The rest of it probably more realistically 2 or 3. That one spire, you see almost like a pulse of light. The rest of you don't see because you're inside covered wagons enjoying food or shelter, but almost like light. Almost like a heartbeat. See,
Yeah, it's just like grab at its chest.
You see gargoyles manning the walls, the parapets. The drawbridge slowly lowers across a big chasm that separates where the road would dead end otherwise. And you find yourself going into the courtyard of the castle. As you slowly come to a stop, because I'm assuming you're not going to run into a wall. There's thick fog swirling the courtyard. There's sporadic flashes of lightning. It wasn't storming when you were headed up here, but now the clouds are here. Thunder shakes the ground occasionally, and through a small drizzle that's begun, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of what is clearly the main doors to the keep. The entrance is open a little bit, and there's warm light spilling out, flooding the courtyard. And then high above the entrance, there's a rounded window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. You can tell it's broken. And as you come to a halt, so does the black carriage. It actually walks past you and then stops directly in front of the walkway up to the main doors.
I guess that was for us.
I'm just gonna
Garrick's-
ragdoll in the carriage
Yeah.
and just I'm assuming my eyes are glowing, just turn them off.
Garrick's been carving into a little piece of wood, and then he'll kind of lay back just like that with the piece of wood in his hand, waiting for them to open the door.
The door opens on its own.
Step out. And
I crush some grapes, put them on your neck.
As soon as he hears them approaching, he's gonna tap the wood, and you hear a like darts coming out.
All right. Just to clarify how this approaches, Kitsu, did you get out of the wagon as well? Or are you still in it?
I put the necklace on. I hop out the back.
Okay. Do you and Elias walk over to the other wagon? Or the carriage, rather?
Yeah, I'm walking.
Walk over.
Walking in.
Did that wine kill you yet?
Both of you roll deception. Or performance, whichever you'd like.
It's a 6 - 1.
Oh, man. I got a 14, so.
Okay. You guys peek in. They're both laying unmoving on the floor. Castage appears dead. He's completely unmoving, no light in his eyes, just laying there completely inert. Your eyes quickly pan over to Garrick, who's breathing.
It's got one eye open.
You know, it's like when you play dead for your kids or your dogs, and you're just laying there, but after a while you're like,
So, all forge Fendel right there.
Hmm?
It's not glowing like it normally does. Yes, I'm talking to you with the eye open. There you got me.
He sits up. Must have been something in those grapes. I'm sure he'll come around. Should we get going?
Can he eat? Can they eat?
Oh yeah, Warforged can eat. They just don't have
there's
to.
no purpose to it, basically.
It's mainly for the mouthfeel.
Who put the grapes on their neck again?
As a side note, cutaway view of the castle. You guys approached from that side.
I'm not overcompensating.
Well, kind of just pokes Castix. Really not really sure what the joke was because he just went along with it.
You're going to see Castic's eyes flare a bright red, and I'm just going to start babbling on in Infernal.
Close the door.
Castic's eyes go bright red, and suddenly they sit upright.
Yep, I closed the door. You have fun with that.
Did you
Told you not to go in the haunted carriage.
Did you let Garrick get out?
No.
Garrick, you're closed in the carriage with Castic, who's acting very weird.
Eric opens the door and walks out. I mean, did you lock the door? He's just like, just walks out. They swear for sometimes when they eat, they go a little bananas, but he'll be right back where he needs to be. They do this sometimes.
You sure that was wine?
Yeah, pretty sure. Tastes like wine. Smelled like wine.
He'll just walk out like nothing happened. Normal.
See, told you. It's called a malfunction, but it happens every once in a while.
As you would know, you have a lot of flying one yourself.
Yeah, we had plenty. We had plenty of Warforged in our house. I mean, we only had one, but in our village, there's plenty. They usually use them for. I mean, we pay them. They're not like unpaid servants or anything, but most houses have at least one.
You don't have to convince me if you keep a Warforged as a pet.
Oh no, they're not pets. They're creatures.
Like, we have our own thoughts. We're not people, but we're people.
Speaking of, where's the other one?
It must be malfunctioning.
You still with us, Elias, by the way?
Might have taken a bathroom break or something.
Possibly.
He's coming. Okay, I was like, he came and gone a couple of times, so just making sure he's okay.
A lot of it he was still talking and the camera was off, so I assume just some type of not necessary for relevancy here. But yeah, you
Sorry about that.
no worries. You look over and you see Elias is just standing very still.
Just T-posing.
Imagining the problem.
I just had to do a hard restart real quick.
No, no worries. Yep, you see him. He's just standing there. Might be lost in thought. Might be dead. You don't really know. You've never really had an experience with a flesh warforged before.
Eric goes and grabs some of that. Actually, he would have just taken the bottle. Let's be honest here. So he grabs the bottle of wine out, whatever's left of it, kind of pours it in the flesh golem's mouth. Not too much to waste it, but enough to give him a little taste. This usually works when people go a little bit frozen.
Oh, thanks.
See, works every time.
You guys find yourselves standing before an ornate set of outer doors, flanked by big torches and iron sconces. And about 20 feet in, you see another set of doors that are currently closed.
I'm starting to notice a lot of these houses out here just have doors after doors after doors.
The carriage pulls away.
They shouldn't have any.
That's what I was just going to
Should
ask.
just be
What
able to
happened
walk
to the
in.
horses?
You look back, the carriage starts to pull away. Elias, did you tie yours up or anything like that, or did you just get down?
Oh, crap.
It follows the other carriage.
No, come back. I chase after real quick.
Roll animal handling.
Crap. That is a 3.
Bye, horsey.
The horse gallops faster.
Worse.
Maybe I shouldn't have chased after it.
Probably
Kind of
not.
late now. Well, that was all in vain.
It usually works really well to have like flesh golem like monsters chase after things. That usually makes them stop.
I don't see why I wouldn't. He's friendly, right?
Yeah, just a friendly big guy. Just monsters looking. Starts. You would see a little like teardrop if he could.
Look what you did, Garrett.
Don't call people monsters, man.
It wasn't me, and it wasn't me. He just said in a Scottish accent. Is some other gay?
It's your little floaty device.
I'm over it. Let's just go.
All right, you guys go in. Do you just open the next set of doors?
You said it
Probably
was the
should
iron
not.
gate, right?
Is there like a place to knock?
It's an ornate set of outer doors. They're iron bound, and there's iron sconces holding big torches.
Is there a Maka?
While they do that, that window that was broken, does it look like it was broken in or broken out?
Roll, I believe it's history for you, stone with architecture type stuff. It's not really stonework, so it wouldn't be dwarf cutting. Not sure why I brought that up, but
History. Oh, dang. Okay, that's a 19.
History probably wasn't the right roll now that I think about it, but whatever. We're going with it.
We could do investigation.
no,
I'm even better in
it's-
investigation.
You rolled good. I'm just now realizing, wait, why did I say history?
Yeah, my perception's +4 as well, so it would have been either one.
It's possible that it broke out. If it broke out, it has to have been a long time ago, because you're looking around and you don't see any glass out. You don't see any sign of glass anywhere you can see on the roof or like down here by you. So likely broke in, or a long time ago that it happened.
Okay. That's kind of what he was looking for, like glass pieces on the outside of the window.
Nothing that you can see. Yes, there is a large knocker. Do you knock? Krung, krung. Door slowly opens. Huge
Empty house
door.
like this, you could at least oil them.
Seems like it's opening on its own.
A lot of doors open on their own in this world, huh?
Did you not see the wagon?
I was counting the wagon.
Well, pretty sure I was right about the wagon, by the way. It was meant for us to take us here. So,
Up to you, Garrick.
all right. He just walks in.
I'll follow him.
You
I'll
guys
follow.
walk in as you hear a voice go, "Terribly sorry about that. It always takes a little bit to get those doors open. Been meaning to oil them, just haven't had the time." And you see a figure come walking around the side, wearing finery, but very uniform-looking finery. Black suit, tails, crisp white shirt underneath it. Marred from looking like a normal butler by the fact that there's a breastplate over top of it. Kind of grayish skin, pointed ears. "I bid you welcome to my master's lair. I am Rahadin. You are the four invited for dinner, is that correct?"
Hi.
Fish.
I believe so.
Interesting that you know the
Yes.
menu. I only just decided on it this afternoon. But
It's a pretty good guess. There's plenty of bodies of water out there. So we figured it was either venison or fish. Or maybe both. You never know.
Interesting. My master is most eager to dine with you. This way, please. Leads you through another set of double doors.
Garrick's going to use his passive 16 investigation to just check to see if like anything. I mean, obviously, like if there's anything weird, like as they're going in, is there anyone looking, or is there like, I don't know what I'm even looking for. Never mind. You keep going.
No, you're
Weird
fine.
vibes.
Yeah, weird vibes. Yeah, like secret doors, dungeons. Not secret doors, but like yeah, dungeons.
You see someone quickly get their hands-
Dragons. What are we looking for? Dungeons and dragons and other stuff.
I'm just looking real quick at this lovely little map that is much too small and I did not bother to prepare for some reason. Nothing that looks like a secret passage or an opening like that. You see there's a grand set of stairs that go up as you're walking through, several passageways and doors that go off in different directions. He seems to be leading you a pretty straight line. But you start feeling as your eyes are open, as you're deliberately trying to keep a track of things, that something is watching you. And everywhere you glance, it almost seems like there's faces in the walls looking. Rather, it's a statue that's head seems to be tilted slightly towards you, but isn't when you glance back. Paintings that seem to look at you as you walk. Or little like smudges on the wall that when you glance for a second almost appear like eyes. Before you look closer, you blink and look closer and they're just, like a knot in the wood or some mar on the finish. But you have this very uneasy feeling that everywhere you're going, something is paying attention.
Okay. He's going to take a minute as they're walking down and message each one of everyone in the party, just be like, just be on your guard. I feel pretty sure something weird going on in this house. Something's watching us. You can reply to this message, but don't bother.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
It's out loud Cassix, like, all right, I won't.
I'll respond back. Weird how?
The walls, the paintings, the statues, they all seem to watch as we go by, but when you look back, they're not watching. There's something. I'm pretty sure someone's scrying on us. If you know what that means.
As soon as he says the statues are looking at us, I look at a statue real quick. I don't think you're. I think you're just going crazy.
Perhaps. Who says I'm not already crazy? You never know.
Does anyone else happen to have like a +6 or better investigation? I don't think anyone else is an intelligence focus, but I figure I'll just ask while
For like passive or what?
essentially what your passive would be. So
My passive is 12.
okay.
Same.
So yeah, nothing there that's leaping out. The rest of you guys, I mean, you're in this situation. It's not like I'm going to say you think he's insane. You're in a weird situation where you got here, you don't know how, and there's weird crap going on. So he could be telling the truth, but you're not seeing the evidence yourself.
I do have a passive inside of 15, though.
You feel very uneasy, but you can't quite put your finger on it because you have not detected any lies, any overt deception. There's just something about this is very unsettling. Which honestly could just be the lead up of things know our name. We were just teleported here randomly. This place hasn't existed in 3,000 years according to my notes.
Is it much further?
It's
I feel like we've been walking forever.
right this way, my friend. I'm sorry. And he stops and pulls open another set of doors. You see dim, colorful light filtering through tall, broken, boarded up stained glass, illuminating an ancient chapel. There's a few bats fluttering about near the top of the 90-foot domed ceiling you're in. A balcony runs the length of the hall opposite of you, about 50 feet above the floor, and in the center of the balcony you see two dark shapes slumped in tall chairs. Benches are coated with a little bit of dust, like someone hasn't been here in a while. There's no debris, though. And there's a piercing shaft of light that seems to go from another room that illuminates an altar that stands upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas-reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. And the light from above falls then further across a silver statuette, which is a cloaked figure draped over the altar, holding a black mace.
Is that him?
No, that is a statue, my friends. I apologize. He likes to dine in the chapel sometimes. He feels it puts new guests at ease. There's all manner of silly rumors about my lord's nature, and, well, the rumors always say holy energy prevents. This is a chapel to a great god of light.
You seem to have a lot of broken windows. Do you have a problem with some break-ins?
Unfortunately, I am his only servant at this time. I am working on things, but it takes time. I apologize humbly for the failure on my part.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just wondering if you had a lot of break-ins. It's
I can't say
people
as
try
I
to.
have. People generally do not steal from the Lord. They know their place.
So what happened to the windows then?
Not everyone knows their place. Suffice it to say, the You are not wrong to think that occasionally people try to steal. My master is most capable of handling situations, but it does leave a mess. He will join you shortly, and food will be soon. The pews in the center have a table next to them on purpose. And you actually look over and you see two of like what would normally be the pews in a cathedral aimed towards the altar have been pulled out and turned to face each other. And there is about a 10-foot table in the middle with a nice white linen tablecloth, candles lit, and 6 place settings across it.
Their name tags, like you know how like sometimes they have like little names on each one.
You know what? Yes.
Are you joining us?
I am not.
There's 6 spots.
The 6 is for my master's beloved. I do not know if she will be able to attend tonight, but the master always makes sure that it is prepared for her. He misses her when she is not here. And he turns and slides out the room.
I guess we should take our seats.
You glance at the name card closest to where you guys were standing that's at the foot of the table, and it says Ilyena. Look at one of the other table cards that you can see, and it says Garrick.
I quickly go and find mine and snatch it up.
The elf runs ahead and grabs the card off the table. You don't even have a name yet, do you?
No, I do.
Okay. You look at the card, it's right.
Well, when I eventually find mine, I'll sit down at it.
You guys sit. As you sit, there are 2 empty goblets next to each setting. And you notice as your body settles into the chair, both goblets in front of you fill. One with a clear liquid and one with a dark red one.
That's a neat trick. Grabs the darker one and smells it.
It's a good Chardonnay.
When he drinks it, does it refill?
Yes. Only when it's empty. It doesn't just constantly keep itself full, but
He's gonna grab tank and fill tank with some. All right,
Okay.
that'll do.
Did the elf rip up the name card?
it appears so. She's nodding at me, so
Where are the pieces?
you're muted.
Safe. I am?
I didn't hear. I saw you mouth the word "my pocket," but I did not hear it. And then I heard you say it's safe.
Well, thing's not muted.
No, I can hear you now. I was just asking. Because it seemed like you were muted a second. So, all good. Someday we'll figure out this technology thing. A few moments pass. By the way, Garrick, in your case, if you check the other goblet, it's Everclear, not water.
Oh, gosh.
He wouldn't have though. He
I
wouldn't
chug
have
all of
checked
that.
the clear one.
Chug all of that.
The
He
rest,
just assumed it's water.
the rest of you, it's water.
Damn.
A few moments later, the doors swing open again. And you see a slow parade of shimmering figures. They look like people, but washed out, grayed, semi-translucent, like they're not really there. But 6 of them walk in, each holding a tray with the cloche on it. They go and sit him down in front of each of you, as well as the 2 empty seats.
Awkward.
I've heard of this spell before, but usually they're invisible. This is an interesting turn on this lord. He's got some crazy things.
And as you all say that, does anyone remove their cloche? Or
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Anyone removes their cloche sees a very beautiful steaming surf and turf. A nice plank grilled salmon with a steak of some sort. Some Brussels sprouts, crunchy.
Eric picks up the salmon steak with his hands and just like bites in the middle like you would a sandwich.
I wonder if that lady foresaw us stealing the cart, the wagon.
Oh, she probably did.
Either that, or he
But
totally proved the
we-
free will option.
We left a message. We left them a message. They'll find the cart.
Picturing the Oracle in the Matrix. And the question is, would you have stolen the cart if I hadn't said it?
She says she knows the future. She would have known. So that's fine. If not, well, it's their problem.
It's very good salmon. It's crispy, a little bit oily, tender, not overcooked.
Now the real question is
What's the chef?
when Garrick finishes his plate, does a new salmon appear?
No. If you
He's-
wolf through your salmon very quickly,
Yeah.
it is just a salmon.
He's very disappointed.
I just like slide my plate over to him.
I know that you want
Thanks.
to wait for the host.
I'm eating mine just to just to eat it.
All right, two of you are just eating. One of you is eating his meal and Castix. And the door opens. And you see a familiar figure. Impeccable suit. Necklace with a red stone in it. Do I actually have a good picture of him?
Show the front cover of the book.
That's not a good picture of him.
And this isn't the same guy that we saw in the house, right?
Yes,
That
it
was
is.
the werewolf guy. Oh, it's the same guy? Okay.
Yeah, for lack of a better picture for right now, yeah, there's the... Comes strolling in the door that you guys came in. I'm always so glad to see guests enjoy themselves. So many wait on circumstance and pomp and expectations. He slowly walks.
Eating. Start eating.
I'm sorry, were we supposed to wait? Usually, in dwarven custom, when the food's there, we eat. I usually don't want to not wait. I apologize, as he's still eating.
I will have to learn about dwarven custom, good sir. I am not offended. Enjoy the food. It's here to be devoured. All meals should be savored. And he sits down.
You're right, they should, and I was never served, by the way.
Looks at the two platters on Garrick's serving.
I was gonna say I did this. He pushed the empty one towards Castix.
Would you like more brat?
No, it's fine. I'm sure the food was great.
You are strangers here. But I have found strangers often come with strength. Do you feel you are strong or weak?
I'd say we're pretty strong, no?
I'd like to believe I'm strong.
Very well. And are you content here? Or do you wish to leave this domain?
Well, I would rather go up north. But it seems nice here, I guess.
I
Not
mean,
really
I've just recently discovered a place that's been gone for about 3,000 years. I'm here to stay.
I'm not the biggest fan of waking up in strange places every time we close our eyes, but you know.
So you would stay and have a known place.
Well, no, I'd like to get back home, but I'm saying this place is a little strange.
And
But
you are quiet, friend?
Eating salmon because apparently you want me to.
Clearly we all have simple goals in minds, but I think I could help. I do have tokens that let people come and go as they wish. Such an item would mark you as a friend of the throne. But I would need a favor.
Just give us the name. We'll go kill them. It's fine.
Look, I don't want you to kill anyone.
Earlier, you were just like, hashtag not my lord.
My bride-to-be Ilyena is currently in captivity. Several of the peasants in the village have jumped to a wrong conclusion about her and feel she must be kept safe, locked away in her home, unable to leave. I would be in your debt if the four of you would endeavor to retrieve my bride and bring her back here where she belongs.
Well, I do like the sound of a lord being indebted to me.
Lord Lights has good ring to it, doesn't it?
As long as we're not killing them, I think I'm okay with this. What do y'all think?
I don't require any
What if
such
she
thing.
doesn't want to come?
Of course she wants to come. Who would not want to be back with a loving husband?
And then broken windows and just such a horrible draft in here.
You are correct. I apologize. What was I thinking?
Uh-oh.
no,
And he starts casting a spell.
Fireball, no more draft.
I'm thinking maybe the broken windows from
Out.
the people that took your wife.
No, an upstart wizard who thought he could be lord here.
Oh, I heard about that tale from our friend back in the wagons.
Gestures quickly, and slowly the whole room kind of... And you guys find yourself in a room that's lit much better. No torches, just like candelabras and chandeliers. Stained glass window rising up into the ceiling. There we are. Is this more to your liking, my friend?
I glance at Elias because he said he doesn't like fire. You okay, friend?
It
Alright.
isn't chandeliers up off the ground. It's not like boom in front of everyone.
It's not being carried by villagers, and there's no pitchforks or anything.
Nope.
Fire isn't always bad, just mostly.
Castix is just gonna like start clapping.
We haven't seen any throne at all, like because we were in the chapel before, right? There was no throne there.
Nope. You guys have not seen a throne.
It feels more homely now.
Excellent.
So if we can't get her back, are we to find you a new bride?
She is the only one for me. Have you been in love, elf?
Gotcha. Go find love.
Would you toss aside the most important person to you because you could find someone else?
I took love.
I am committed to her. No one else has won me over that way.
Lots of people taking the gag here.
I trust that Garrick will not try to go where he is unwelcome. But, as you cast an aspiration on your traveling companion, there is one other matter to discuss. I said I needed strength. Who amongst you is the weakest? Don't answer.
I'll just get random point figures.
You have 2 minutes to make a decision. Weakness must be removed. I will kill the person you choose. All the doors slam shut.
There was 2 more of us. One of them.
They are not here.
Out of us 4?
If I had to gauge my strength on a scale of 1 to 20, I'd probably say it's about 11.
Say minus 15. I'd say we're all pretty strong in our own ways. Strength isn't really a matter of muscles.
Butler in the room.
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, he said we were all gonna die fighting that monster, the muddy swamp monster, but we all survived that. So maybe he's maybe the yeah. Is there anyone else? There's no one else in the room.
No one else is in the room. There's a couple of bats.
Ah.
They don't.
Great. Somebody get up there and get that.
They're not part of your group.
All right, rollies. Everyone roll a d20.
Oof. She actually did roll. I got 19.
13.
No, roll. I think this is a person who just wants us to turn on into like savage dogs.
No.
That way, none of us are gonna go and get his wife.
I am going to stand up and just kind of, not necessarily like loom over Strahd, but just kind of look at him. It's like, what's your game?
Time is up. Were you able to make a decision? My game is quite clear. Only the strong may serve me.
Well, we're all strong in different ways. There's specific strength you're looking for.
And yet, if I made you choose alone, you would not pick yourself, would you?
Well, yeah, counterpoint to that.
Depends on
You're
what.
asking us to turn on one party member of ours to say, you're the weakest link, goodbye, But then that makes us weak for singling someone out for not being able to keep up with us. It is our goal to bring out the strengths in others where they fall short. So to say who's the weakest is kind of a loaded question, don't you think?
As a side note, if each of you would mind messaging me who you think the weakest is casually.
Oh.
You can share it out loud if you want, but it can be secret because it's not something that is being said out loud.
I honestly don't think any of us are the weakest.
That's a fair answer. I'm not trying to like bait a specific or force the scenario to a certain. If you were being hit by detect thoughts this entire time, what would your thoughts have been when you were told to name the weakest person? Just those initial surface level thoughts that can't be blocked.
Ah, crap, did that take me out?
If you open a second Discord, it'll jump on your screen. It won't actually do anything. It only messed up me because OBS is looking at my screen. Alright. I have one answer in. It seems some of you are not quite so... Several of you are in agreement with who the weakest is. That's always happening. Surprisingly, some of you don't wish to pick a weak one. Loyalty to friends is a rare trait. But there is a solid agreement. 3 of you feel the elf is the weakest and should die.
I mean, they don't even have a name, so
No, I didn't think he'd rat me out like that, but turns of muscles, elf.
Is it a death domain cleric? Is the paragon of light in this conversation?
He slowly walks over to Kitsu's character.
Shit.
I want to run.
I'm actually gonna run over there and start like prepping a channel divinity.
And you'll one defender.
cover your neck.
He smiles. He walks over as Castic very quickly rounds the table.
Just wonder-
You'll one defender. Maybe you should not think as low of yourself as you do.
Eric's gonna stand up. He says, "Don't. Just take me. It's it's fine."
You're just
I'm
saying
on
that now
up to the
because he
weakest.
ratted you up.
No,
Go to the village.
Yeah.
Bring back my beloved. And I will give you the keys to your freedom, your safety, whatever you wish. Just bring her back to me.
All of us, right? Not...
And on a secondary
here.
note, Castic, please make a wisdom save.
Joke's on you. I'm proficient in wisdom saves.
Yes, you are.
That one.
16.
Because I realize I don't know what his DC is. Hold, please. Castic, you do feel, at that point, kind of a dig at your mind. Not painful, not like doing damage, but definitely intruding.
I'm just gonna like keep eye contact with him and like gesture for the elf to, move away.
So, does that mean we're free to go?
Of course you are. Who would imply you weren't free? You joined me for a meal? I hope the food was to your standards. I've asked you to do me a favor, and in exchange I will do you favors. You are free to leave as you see fit.
Did he eat?
No,
Does he have food on his plate?
the cloche isn't moved.
I say we get out of here before he threatens us again.
I'll wait till everybody leaves and then I'll follow.
I start leaving.
Alright. You guys leave if you're able to.
Garrett's gonna stand for a second and think about something.
I think to myself, did he ever tell us where she was?
So the villagers
He
have
did
them.
say the villagers have her. Now, he didn't specify the village, but there is one at the foot of the mountain, so that's probably the right one.
We just go right past to go to a different village.
Otherwise,
know of.
yeah, there's other villages, but the map's there for the sake of the players. You guys don't actually have one yet. Oh, and conveniently enough, there's no other maps marked, no other towns marked on this place. That's weird. I'll have to find a better map before next game.
Are y'all coming?
And Garrick, you said you were standing and thinking. Any specific action?
think he froze.
Yeah.
Did we lose GIF? GIF, if you can hear me, you are very, very still right now. And we cannot hear you. Is this him taking revenge for rolling badly on his deception to you guys earlier? He's actually just... Alright, I am going to, for the sake of sanity, unless he tells me otherwise, assume he went with you guys.
This video is just loading now.
If I step outside, do I see our horses anywhere?
Alright, we'll give him a few seconds to come back. I'm going to assume he walks with you guys. You head out. You don't see your wagon. You do, however, see the black carriage with the 2 horses. Matched Clydesdales, all black fur.
If we take that, they're going to be like, oh, look, it's supposed to try to get his wife back. He said he had a power surge.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
Every time we play, there's a lightning storm.
Well, it is Ravenloft, so...
Kind of fitting.
Well, the carriage worked out last time for y'all. So I guess
Yeah.
it's safe.
Yeah, but if the villagers took her, they're gonna... That looks like spooky man carriage.
We'll deal with that when we come to it.
Alright. You guys walk out. You have a carriage. DM got distracted for a second because he was telling Garrick some... But... How would you like to proceed? There's a whole castle you could go wandering off and exploring if you wanted to for some bizarre reason. I will remind you, the original version of this adventure was literally walking up to this castle and dungeon crawling it to find the vampire. It was not meant to end well.
Apparently. Yeah, I'm just gonna step into the carriage and
Okay.
is there wine
Yeah,
still?
so just go to the town, cause some ruckus.
Alright, I will assume we are going to the town. You guys get into the carriage, no problem there. And it slowly starts rolling down the road. Nice even pace. Doesn't sway too much, just enough to feel normal. There is a new bottle of wine in the bucket. And fresh grapes.
I eat the grapes.
They are delicious.
Yes. If only I had taste buds.
They taste like cotton candy. Oh, yeah. If you could taste them, they taste like cotton candy.
Ooh, those fancy $12 grapes.
I had a sample of those from Walmart. They were disgusting.
Ooh.
Aw, we like them. Could be different brands though, so who knows. But all right, you travel back down. Who wants to be the lucky person to roll the d20?
Got you. 3.
3.
Maybe I will.
To shreds, you say.
I don't want to be to shreds.
Well, with a 3, it might not actually be evil. As you guys are riding along, if any of you happen to look out the window, you see a dark figure crouched low and perfectly still, aiming a crossbow in your direction. The horses are moving down the road towards it.
Should we duck?
Oh, only he sees us.
Anyone who's looking out, I didn't declare, so I will happily give it to all of you. It's not like anything was stopping you from looking out the window, and this isn't a super secret stealthy thing.
And what was it again?
A crouched figure standing absolutely still with a crossbow kind of aimed in your direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and like slink down. Try to hide.
Okay. If no one does anything in particular, you guys slowly ride past. You see the figure with the crossbow kind of melds into the bushes as you move far enough away that that are not visible easily. Go around a corner.
We're gonna go kill the Lord.
Who knows? Don't worry, Garrick's back there. I'm sure he'll help. You guys travel onward. And slowly make your way back down. You take a wider road, not going by the river camp. But you slowly start pulling into a mid-sized town. You look out, rows and rows of two-story houses stacked very close together. Kind of think brownstone-esque New York. Cramped. And you ride in. You see shops, buildings, one or two people going about their business. Far, far less than you would expect to see during daytime hours at any place. You glance left and right, taking in the sights, getting your bearings. You can see off to the north a ways there is a church rising up on a hill. It seems quiet, dark there. And the carriage comes to a halt in a town square.
I guess this is our stop.
Door opens. One of the horses looks at you.
I pet the horse real quick as I step out.
It's you.
Ah.
It bites at you.
Jeez.
It bites at you and snorts. Roll perception.
Got 19.
When it bites at you and snorts, there's a little flicker of flame that comes out. As you just pull your hand back out of the way.
Hey, don't touch these horses.
You swear the one horse is now looking at you.
I fear him. May have angered that one.
Yeah, I just want to try something. I'm gonna tell the horse to calm down in Infernal. See if that does anything.
As I now have to check the stats on something and see, does this creature speak Infernal? DM tip for everyone at home: if you're going to involve anything in the story, assume the players will interact with it enough to need stats.
Right.
No matter how unlikely it is, even if it's a horse pulling a wagon that has no purpose other than narrative plot movement.
You're trying to talk to horses multiple times.
It turns and looks at you. What did you say to it?
I just told it to calm down.
It looks at you and glares, but doesn't advance or anything like that. In my defense, that was a ranger who had speak with animals. That was a deliberately different situation. If your player has that spell, you should definitely expect them to talk to the animals.
Did you what did you say to it?
Yeah, I just told it to calm down and stop biting people.
It doesn't seem calmer, but it does seem like it's standing still and not glaring at Elias anymore.
Do you think it listened?
I don't know, try pet it.
Oh, try doing it again.
Well, since both of y'all said it, it must have worked. I try pet it real quick.
Clearly, because two people told you to do something, listen. I will
Yeah.
remember that lesson. It glares daggers at you. Let's see here.
Pet. It's just like,
As Elias goes to pet it, I'm just gonna whisper it in Infernal. It's like, don't you fucking do it.
Good horsey.
What's your AC, Elias?
oh,
18.
you're gonna make it not like horses anymore.
So that means a 19 hits you.
Oof. Yep.
You take,
I just wanted to see a Warforged punch a horse.
since this is just like a stomp on your foot, not like a whole rear up hoof kick, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 fire damage. As it lifts one foot and smashes yours.
Fire bad.
And you look down, you can see the sear on your boot. Like, not ruining the boot, just the heat transverse through. And the part of its hoof that hit the cobblestones, you can see an etch of a hoof mark when it pulls its foot back.
Fire bad, fire bad, fire bad. Go away from it. Run away from it.
Bitch will walk after. Is there like a fountain? I could get some water.
Yes, there is a fountain.
I get
It is
some water.
semi-dry, but there's a little bit of water pooled in it still.
You stop, drop, and rolling.
for Elias's foot.
All right, you dump. Wait, are you aiming for the horse's foot or Elias's?
Oh, what?
Okay,
As much as I can with him. Stop, dropping, and rolling.
he's not on fire, so yeah, you quickly bring some water and splash it on his foot and soothe the burn a little bit.
In Celestial, I'll just say, "You little shit," and I'll cast Word of Radiance.
Note to self: don't pet fire horses.
Well, never expected this to be the last fight of the round. What's the save DC on that?
Constitution 13.
It rolled an 18. Con's actually its good stat. Okay, roll initiative as the nightmare breaks free of the harness and the other horse disappears.
No.
Yeah.
Did you not just see what it did to me?
Defending you. What are you talking about?
Got a 12.
Okay.
Where's my clear die? Oh, here.
Got a 14.
13.
Okay, 1 second here. As I just got blasted by messages. Let's see what that is in just 1 second.
As he's trying to connect.
He remembers we're here, right? Okay, good. I was gonna say, I'm like, just be clear, he's not trying to get back into Grid Fam, is he? And I'm sorry, Kitsu, you had a 13, you said, or an 11? I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
13.
13.
I'm back. Just my video's not working for some reason.
No worries. We took a wagon from the castle. Elias went to pet it, and then it tried to bite Elias. And so Kestix told it to knock it off, and then he tried to pet it again. Elias on fire, and now we're fighting a horse.
Yeah, you got back just in time. Roll initiative.
The center of town, by the way.
Yep. You guys got to the center of a town and picked a fight with a nightmare.
Amazing.
I did not expect this to come out.
Neither did I. The horse is literally, it brings them to the town. My notes are like, horse brings them to town, leaves.
Now, horse fights.
Horse defense itself.
Players cast radiant damage
I
on
rolled
horse.
a 15 for initiative.
Okay. And then real quick before we do that, you had started to say you were doing something at the castle when you glitched out.
Yeah, I know. He was going to stay behind and ask him something, but
Okay. You know what? They all walked out. So they all walked out. Feel free to message me the question, and I will give however the appropriate answer would be from the NPC.
he was probably just going to ask for leftovers.
Okay. He will happily give you leftovers. If you have a different question, feel free to message. But yeah. Garrick, you're first. You climb out of the wagon to see... You got distracted with one of your gadgets for a minute. But you climbed out of the wagon to see both Kitsu and Kastik say, "Oh, do it again." And Elias walks over and pets the horse. The horse lifts a hoof and slams it on Elias's foot, causing a scorch mark in the stone cobble and burning Elias. At which point, Elias moves away quickly. Kitsu runs and gets some water for Elias's foot, and Kastik throws a bolt of holy energy at the creature. Your turn.
Are we fighting? Are we fighting this?
It started it.
I just wanted to pet it real quick, and it lit me on fire.
It started it. We're gonna finish it.
All right then. Okay. He's just gonna lodge a crossbow at it, a bolt,
Okay.
and he's not gonna hit with a natural 2.
A natural 2 does miss, unfortunately.
I don't think Strahd is gonna be angry if this happens, right?
I'm sure he has more horses.
Probably breeds them.
What if this one was his favorite though?
Look the same.
All right. Any bonus action or anything like that from you, sir, before we move forward?
How late in the day is it?
Honestly, you guys left in the morning. You went there. You spent probably an hour having food. It's probably maybe starting to be afternoon.
All right. I only get 1 cannon per day, right?
At this point in time, you can burn spell slots to do it again.
Oh, you're right, huh? No. I'll just shoot shoot and miss, twing,
Okay.
and then eat another bite of salmon.
You're gonna blow this horse up.
So it's the one with the necklace.
Well, I wouldn't use the
It's a
flamethrower.
very
that's for
nice
sure.
necklace.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the flamethrower on a flaming horse.
All right, Elias, it's your turn.
I'll draw my battle axe and go rushing towards it.
Go ahead and swing your axe, sir.
14.
14 hits.
Not bad. 8 damage.
Okay. You swing your battle axe into the horse. Spurt of red scatters across. The horse rears.
Meanwhile, Strahd's watching this from his castle going, what the fuck?
Oh, please. You act like Strahd used detect thoughts on you the entire conversation so he could use scrying at will.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and second wind myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a nap. Take a nap right here.
I'll be back in an hour.
All right. It attacks you because you're right there and you just swung an axe at it. Rears up with the hoofs. Does an 18 hits you, you said, right?
Yeah, 18.
Okay, so 12 plus 6. You take 13 bludgeoning and 7 fire damage. It's just both
Ah.
hoofs.
I got a fire here, Elias. Stop catching on fire.
Ah!
You are not caught on fire, to be clear. Like, flavor-wise, go for it however you guys want to play, but it is not a ignite flammable
Chase
situation.
Elias around with a bucket of water.
At which point the horse fully bursts into flame, by the way. The entire mane is fire. The tail.
I always wanted to punch Rapidash.
Yep, it is a black-coated Rapidash.
It's not the rainbow one.
No.
Not the fairy one.
Kitsu, your turn. Elias and the horse are going at it in a fierce battle.
I'm losing this battle. Help!
He's terrified because it's all fire, right?
And I only have 5 HP left.
Yeah. Pat him on the shoulder. Don't worry. We'll make sure the horse doesn't hurt you anymore. I know you have a thing with fire. And I give him inspo, and I heal him. You get... Where is it? So it's 11.
Okay. You run up behind him, you heal him, give him your inspiration. Last but not least, would the Cleric of Death like to do something? I don't like that grin.
Where's he gonna die?
Right. So, for my action, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
It's a +5 to hit. That is a 24 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
No, 46 radiant damage.
And remember, whoever hits him next gets advantage on their attack roll.
11, 16, 20 points of radiant damage.
Damn. Fight might not be as one-sided as I was worried about for a minute there.
And then, hang on, I didn't click the thing saying that I cast it. Okay. And then bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. I believe you get to attack on the first round of that.
Yep.
Cool.
And everyone's going to see just a giant, like, white human skull just apparate out of nowhere and then clamp down on the horse. We'll try to at least.
I love spiritual weapon.
18 plus 5, I assume that
hits.
hits.
13 is what the AC is, just for
Cool.
simplicity now that it's been swung at several times.
1d8 plus 3. 4 points of force damage.
4 points, okay. All right, you just full-on bolt of radiant energy just goes flying out, sears the horse, it whinnies as the big skull appears and bites its head. Garrick, you're up.
How much damage does that guiding bolt do?
I did 20 points.
46.
How's the horse looking?
On a scale of 1 to... No. It looks wounded at this point. It looks heavily wounded. It looks a little bit afraid instead of just angry, which is what it looked like to start this whole situation.
Okay. It's a 17 to hit with the crossbow.
17 will hit.
And that is 9 damage.
9 damage, all right. Elias, you're up, sir. You've been healed. You've been inspired. Your friends Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Bonus action?
Tank is going to shoot.
Okay. Tank spits some ale on the fire. I'm sure this will have no negative effects whatsoever, mostly because...
that's a natural 18, so...
That'll hit.
Ooh, 6, because it's D4 plus my proficiency is a 4, so 6 damage.
Okay. So, Elias, it's your turn. You were worried a little bit at the beginning, because originally it was like, you swung, it swung back, you got really hurt, and then just out of the blue from your friends, just a barrage of crossbows and light and appears to be booze, you're not sure, just slams into the horse. The horse is kind of staggered backwards, and it's just snorting and glaring at you.
We got this. We're fine. I'll attack it with my battle axe again.
All right.
Gonna use that inspiration real quick. So 9 plus... Oof. I missed.
Okay. You take a big swing.
Yep, I'm gonna accent surge.
All right. You swing once, the horse pivots back.
Oh, nat 20.
And you crit.
Yay.
Go ahead and double those dice, sir.
And that is gonna be 9 damage. Rolled a 2 and a 5.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Is it angry enough to hit you and suffer an attack of opportunity, or is it just going to run? It risks it. It swings at you, Elias.
Yep.
Misses. 17 to hit.
Ew.
And it runs, so you can get the attack of opportunity off on it if you'd like.
Yeah. 17 on die.
17 hits.
Ooh. 10 damage.
It swings at you. But because it swung at you, you brace yourself and ready, and as it tried to break and run, you just cleave the axe into the side of its neck.
Little horsey neck goes flying.
You have a horse head in your hands.
I think we just proved our strength pretty well just now.
So it just collapses and slowly sizzles.
Well,
Like, as a side note, this actually really benefits us in the eyes of the people.
yeah, and he said the weakest one needs to die, and clearly the horse was the weak one, so we got it. Good job, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I fell asleep back there, but I'm awake now.
At least
That's
you can
probably
pet
just
the
the
horse
wine.
all you want now.
It's tryptophan overload, but
All right, and as you guys triumph over your victory over your horse, you do see one of the doors is open, and several people are watching from what appears to be a tavern. See a sign above the post that says "Blood of the Vine."
Guys, what do I do with this head?
Hold it above your head and say, "I defended you, people."
I have to change the name of that place to Blood of the Equine. Am I right? I'm gonna nudge Garrick.
And yeah, as you do that, you see a younger man, like probably 15 or so, kind of looks at you guys and says, "Did you just kill the Lord's horse?"
No.
Yes,
He
proudly I say.
Yes, yes, but we're actually with the Lord. If you can notice, we've got the carriage right here. He challenged. He told us to kill the horse and to prove that that we're strong enough. So
Roll deception. Sure.
I'm gonna give him as I nudge him, I'm gonna give him guidance.
roll deception with a plus D4.
it's not gonna matter. Well, that was a 5 on the dice, so 4 plus 2, 6.
Oh man, you need to get rid of those dice.
These are the new ones.
I know.
The young man looks at you and goes, and turns and runs.
No, he's just drunk.
Smart lad.
And as
Somebody
the kid's
pour
running,
wine on it.
No need. He grabs the tank. As it's floating, he grabs it out of the air and just starts drinking out of it.
and as he leaves, you see a figure step out of the inn and slowly start walking towards you guys. Young adult, wearing furs around his neck, sword at his hip.
What do you think there, Kestix? Does he look menacing?
As he walks forward, he does put a hand on the hilt of the sword, not like drawing it, just, you know.
My skull is just gonna turn and look at him, but be careful.
And with that, we'll pick up on the 25th.
You gotta remember, we have a horse head we can threaten people with.
Remember, Elias, you have a horse head.
Or we can eat it.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
I might make it a mask.
I'm not sure if you want to eat fiend. I'm not sure how good a meat that is.
Oh, gosh.
You guys did kill a nightmare.
I play a
Only one
half-orc
of you
butcher in another campaign. He cooks anything, so
True.
he'll eat it.
I'm just going to toss this over to say hello to another D&D player, so we're off camera. But thank everyone for joining us, and we'll see you for more Ravenloft in 2 weeks. We'll see how the village reacts to all this. I'm sure it'll be great.